And want to welcome you into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, presented by Tab Bank, as we get ready to welcome the Davis Darts onto the field for this contest between the 5A side, the Alta Hawks. You can feel the energy, you can feel the buzz. The Davis Darts coming off a win last week to put them 2-1 on the season. The Hawks also coming to this one at 2-1. Brian, what do we anticipate from this contest tonight between Alta and Davis?
Well, outside of some swag surfing happening here in the stands at Davis High, I'm expecting the stars to come out tonight, Alex, on all sides and all phases of the game, but especially for this Davis High offense. And it starts with Trayton Bessinger. It starts with Jackson Itehau. It starts with Bodie Sparrow. That trifecta was magnetic last week. I expect them to perform well. And on the Alta side of the ball, this is a team that's growing into who they want to be, right? So this is one of those litmus tests for a team that's really grown over the past 2 seasons.
Davis football here on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Black Flag. Life can wear on a person. If you're lacking the energy you wish you had to live your best life, check out Black Flag. Their energy sticks provide the pickup you want without any sugar or artificial flavors or colors. Use the code DART20 at blkflg.com to save 20% on your order. That's blkflg.com. Use the promo code DART20 to save 20%. As we get ready to kick off things here at Davis High School, a beautiful moment pregame, a moment of silence for our mentor, our friend, Dusty Litzer, who unfortunately passed away this week. And Davis, one of his favorite places to come call games. And we're out here on the broadcast having fun because that's what he would have done. That's what he would have wanted us to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And our thoughts and prayers with the Litzer family and all those who knew Dusty. We know that he's out at some game somewhere right now doing what he always loved. And we're grateful to be here with everybody tonight to help carry on his legacy in some way.
The Davis Darts in their home brown with the white trim today. No gold colors. They'll be out with the white numbers tonight. And then you have the Alta Hawks in their traveling white with black pants and the black trim. Getting ready to kick things off here as Jack McAllister coming out to kick things off and kick it away for the Alta Hawks. Energy high here at Davis High School. Jack McAllister with the pink cleats. Boots it away. It's a short squib kick. And Davis with the recovery, but a trickery here from the Alta Hawks to start things off.
On the onside kick, Riker Sheffield recovers.
Yeah, almost able to get to early trickeration to go in their favor were the Hawks, and I like the move from Coach Blake Burdett, the special teams coordinator Joe Wilmore. Spent a lot of time working with Jay Hill up at Weber State as an assistant coach. We have, looks like, clock issues already. But if you're Alta tonight, you're going to have to find some ways to get the ball to go in your favor and get the game in your favor. Already lost a toss, means Davis gets the ball first. That electric offense is going to be out on the field. I like it. Set the tone a little bit. Try something different. See if you can catch them off guard. Maybe get something going in your favor. The aggression at this point in time just makes sense.
The visiting Alta Hawks side coming into this one after a 30-0 West Jordan win. Good defensively, keeping the 0. And then, of course, you get the 30 points on offense. Tucker Brown in this offense, they got some juice, they got some magic, and I hope we get to see it tonight. But you speak of offenses, and we get to see this Davis Darts offense coming out here first with Trayton Bessinger for the first play of the game. Bessinger will take the snap. He drops back, gets it out over the top, and it is caught. Bodie Sparrow and brought down into the end zone. And just like that, the Davis Darts lead it. First play, first score.
Touchdown, Trayton Bessinger, to Bodie Sparrow.
Davis came out and knew exactly what they wanted to do. Get points early. What better way to do that than to hit your Captain America, Bodie Sparrow, in stride for 6. Davis strikes early.
Bessinger, touchdown number 17 on the season. They'll go for 2 as Bessinger hands it off. Itehau trying to break the plane. It's short, and they'll settle for 6.
And a nice job, nice response there by that Alta Hawks defense. You know, you give up a big play like that, it's easy to just hang your head and let Davis get the 2-point conversion, but you love the response, and I think that's very indicative of the culture that Coach Burdett has built here at Alta High School. I think it's very indicative of what this team believes they can accomplish tonight, but it's already a task at hand. And Davis strikes first with 1 play, Alex. I'm a little shell-shocked, to be honest. Not that I'm surprised that Davis scored so fast, just that they did it with 1 play.
That's all it takes for Bessinger in this offense. That touchdown brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Henry Walker Homes gets you in your home faster with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties. They provide the custom look you want with craftsmanship of the experience builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of the family. With mortgage promotions, they can get in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. All Davis Dart touchdowns here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Ball booted away by Luke Jolly into the end zone, touchback, and now here's the chance to see Tucker Brown in this offense come out for the first time tonight.
And I wonder who we're going to see at quarterback, because Tucker Brown did get injured last game, so we may be seeing a backup tonight. We'll wait and see and let you know for sure. But regardless, this Alta Hawks offense has plenty of weapons to help out whoever trots out there at quarterback.
It will be Jace Brown. Jace Brown leads out his troops. The sophomore quarterback here for the Alta Hawks, wearing that number 12. He'll take the snap. He rolls out to his left. Looking downfield. Pressure coming. Has to just get rid of it. Goes out of bounds and out for the incompletion.
Yeah, we talk so much about the offensive side of the ball. At least I do. There's a lot of strong defenders in this game. For Alta, it's Bear Turner and Cole Albrecht. For Davis, I love Caden Montgomery, and a great job there by Ethan Lockwood, the linebacker. They're missing one of their stars in Cooper Harson, but this defense stepped up huge last week to set the tone. They're looking to do the same thing here against Alta.
Second down here as Jace Brown gets his troops ready. Handoff to Cook. Cook brought down in the backfield. Big play defensively by Caden Montgomery.
I don't know if you stand in the mirror and say his name 3 times that he'll appear, but sure enough, he did right after I mentioned him. Caden Montgomery is a dynamite edge here for the Davis Darts, and he will be everywhere tonight. Alta has to be aware of him. He's one of those players that you actually have to game plan around. And now for the Hawks, 3rd and long for a young quarterback. And Jace Brown's got the stuff. Tough task.
Brown over the top, trying to get it into the hands of Bear Strong, but the flags come out incomplete. And we'll see what the flag is here, Brian.
Yeah, I think this is either going to be a hold or pass interference, and there was just enough contact. If I can see it from the booth, usually the officials are going to call it as well, and Bear able to get just barely a hand on that, no pun intended. That's going to be flagged almost every time, and it's tough for those DBs because you want to teach that technique where you're coming over the top to try and defend against the ball, but the tendency is to always wrap that behind hand around the waist or on the backside or tug a little bit there. If you're going to do that, you have to do it from the front.
Bear Strong, leading receiver for the Alta Hawks, 27 receptions on the year. This is a handoff to Cook. Cook met at the line of scrimmage, and Caden Montgomery, recognizable from anywhere with those golden locks coming out the back of the helmet.
Yeah, it's almost like Thor put on a helmet out there, but he had some help from Cole Clark, who was there early in this Davis linebacking core. I don't know that we talk about them a lot, but they're very solid, very aggressive, play to their keys, great tackling unit, and it's part of a Davis defense that I think is a little bit underappreciated. But it's hard because they have such a good offense. They do a great job.
2nd and 8 coming up here for the Alta Hawks with 10:18 left to go in the first quarter. Down 6-0 to the Davis Stars. Handoff to Cook. Cook bounces out to his left and met. Nice tackle made there by Itehau as he's brought down.
And it looks like the game plan early for the Hawks is they want to possess the football. I think that's the right move. You want to keep the ball out of the hands of that Davis offense. And there are a few players who go both ways. You see Bodie Sparrow out there at the safety position. Number 11, Tyson Baggett, you'll see him play in the secondary a little bit as well. Try and wear him down as much as you can.
3rd down here, another handoff to Cook. Cook going nowhere as he's brought down by Cole Clark. Clark there with the tackle, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Cole Clark showing out early that he came to play tonight. Had the initial stop the previous play before. Big tackle on that one because there was a nice hole, a nice little crease that had opened up there. May not have been enough to get the first down, but at least gets you into opportunity for 4th down.
It's a fake as the punter here rolls out. Bear Turner trying to get it off now. Finally does. And they'll say it's a live ball as Morrison brings it out. Morrison to the 40 and pushed out of bounds. I thought I heard a whistle back over here, but it was a live play. Good return by Morrison.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the call here is. I believe that would be an inadvertent whistle. I don't know if they'll replay the down on that one, but definitely heard something from that far sideline, Alex, and we're on the near side of the field, not able to get a view. Just a one-camera operation. Just us and the elements out here right now, but we'll wait and see what that officiating crew has to say and what the call is. But regardless, you can see that Alta's willing to take some risks and do some dangerous things to try and stay in this game against Davis. It's almost a sign of respect in some ways that you know that Davis is just that good.
Bear Turner rolled out to his right for the fake. They thought about it, ultimately punted it away. Still conversations being had here at the middle of the field to figure out the whistle situation. Was the play dead? Is it allowed to continue? We'll see what the call is here as still conversations being had.
Yeah, and looks like our head official is going to meet with Coach Peary here, explain the situation. It looks to me, nope.
The offense for Alta was on the field. They'll trot back out.
Unfortunately, we don't have a mic'd up officiating crew, so we won't know exactly what happens. I do believe, okay, so Alta defense from almost the original spot, so that must have been blown dead at that point in time, whether it was out of bounds or, oh, we're going to get a re-kick. Easy enough.
We'll try it again on 4th down. $8:55 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll try it again. Bear Turner back to punt it away. Turner again boots it up and away. Isaac Morrison fields it, and he's immediately met by a swarm of Hawks. And instead of having a big return, the the Davis Stars will start their drive at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Riker Ellis or not, but if it was, I wouldn't be surprised. The outstanding corner for the Alta Hawks is Mr. Everything for that defense. He defends the pass. He plays well in the run game. Not a surprise that if he is on special teams, he might be the one making a tackle there. But regardless, that's a massive result for the Alta Hawk defense. You're going to pin Davis back inside their own 20-yard line.
Here come the Davis Stars. One play, one touchdown. Trayden Bessinger connecting with Bodie Sparrow. Do they do it again? Here's Trayden Bessinger sending his running back in motion in Bird. Bessinger takes the snap, drops back over the middle, caught by Bodie Sparrow. Sparrow past the 40 and tackled at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's my favorite young adult novel, Trayden Bessinger in the empty backfield. He's a threat to run, but he's also a threat to find his buddy right there. Bodie Sparrow hits him in stride, and it's a big, big gain. You love explosive plays.
Bessinger again out to Itehau quick. Itehau with the juke. And Itihau past the 40, brought down by the Alta defense.
I think that's a great play to exemplify how much this Davis offense is on the same play. You see Riker Ellis feels like he's got an opportunity to break on the ball, but Bessinger and Itihau are on the same page, so much so that they're actually ahead of everything, able to pick up another first down.
Bessinger empty backfield. Looks out for Bird. Instead, gets it up towards the middle for Baggett. Baggett makes 2 miss, makes a 3rd miss. Baggett to the 10. Baggett turns the corner. Baggett into the end zone. Touchdown, Davis.
Is there anybody out there that Tyson Baggett didn't juke? What a great grab and run after the catch by Baggett. He gets that rack and gets into the end zone, and it is a house party for the Davis Darts as they go up 12-0 pending that PAT.
PAT coming up here for the Davis Darts. They go for 2 again. They missed out last time. They'll try it again. It's 12-0. Bessinger under center, handoff to Itihau. Let's see where the spot is. Did break the plane, gets the 2. 14-0, Davis lead.
And that's just strong running by Jackson Itihau there, as he's able to drive those legs, get his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And for Davis, I think it's more about just getting back on schedule and back to business as usual, as they lead 14-0, and it's similar shades to what we saw last week against Mountain Ridge, Alex, where this Davis offense is so powerful, so explosive. You see there's confusion in the Alta secondary about who to guard, what coverage they're in, and I think some of that might just be mental because Davis is so fast, so impressive.
I think the thing that's most impressive about that drive, obviously it's the Tyson Baggett Dukes, but also, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, 3 plays to get into the end zone.
Yeah, and I mean, Davis kind of breaks all the rules in terms of what you want to do in getting an explosive or getting a successful drive. They just have explosive play after explosive play, and really that's how they bury teams.
This one fielded out by the Alta Hawks. And a good return. That touchdown for the Davis Darts brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Henry Walker Homes gets you in your home faster with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties. They provide the custom look you want with craftsmanship of an experience builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of their family. With mortgage promotions, they can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. Here comes the Alta Hawk offense with Jace Brown at the helm. 7:53 left to go here in the first quarter. Davis up 14-0. Brown takes a snap. Handoff. Up the middle and brought down. Looks like that was Cook with a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, and Cook has really started to grow into his own this season. Saw a little bit from him in that first game against Springville. Last couple games, he's really become a bell cow for them, and that's a good thing for this Alta offense. Yeah, you're down 14-0, but really what you need to do is control the football, control possession, try and get something going in your favor. And more than anything, with a sophomore quarterback, and I know, look, the family business is obviously quarterbacking for the Brown family. That's definitely how you know they're not related to me. You just want to keep him safe as possible.
Another handoff here to Cook. Good gain for Trevin Cook here on second down. He'll be short a yard of the first down mark. Coming into this game tonight, Cook, 51 carries, 363 yards with 2 touchdowns.
And not only that, Alex, we got our first baptism into the pancake platoon. Kingston Newsy with the pancake there. Congratulations and welcome, soldier.
Here it comes 3rd and 1 for the Alta Hawks. Brown takes a snap. Gets it out quick. It's intercepted by Bodie Sparrow. Sparrow will take it back to the house. A pick 6 for Bodie Sparrow. Touchdown, Davis.
Not only is he one of the best wide receivers in the state, he also may now be leading the state in interceptions. Able to take that one all the way back for 6. Bodie Sparrow is the superhero that this Davis football team needs.
20-0 with 6:34 left to go here in the first quarter.
I just saw a student walking by with a T-shirt that says "I love Bodie." Can confirm.
Jolly, the kick is up, the kick is good, and just like that, it's 21-0 for the Davis Darts. We'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
And after the Bodie Sparrow pick 6, Luke Jolly here will boot this one up and away. And the Alta Hawks will field it here on the return. It's Fabrizio who brings it in. Fabrizio trying to make a couple guys miss. Fabrizio with a nice return, finally brought down. And the Alta Hawks offense, after throwing that pick 6, will come back out. For a young quarterback, like a sophomore like Brown, to throw a pick 6 on that last play, Brian, how do you scrub that out, move on, and come out for the next drive?
Be a goldfish, right? It's as simple as the Ted Lasso phrase. You just got to forget about it. Realize, hey, you're a sophomore that's pressed into duty tonight. Your guys are behind you. They know what's in front of them. This is a tall task, even if you're fully healthy, to just go out there, play ball the way you need to. But you know, for Coach Burdett and his staff, it's all about figuring out a way to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers right now.
Brown will take the snap, handoff to Cook. Trevin Cook this time going nowhere as he's met by Caden Montgomery. Montgomery with another TFL here in the first quarter.
Yeah, not surprised, right? Caden Montgomery, I mean, he does stand out with that long blonde hair, but it's also his play that makes you take notice. He is everywhere. That motor never stops.
Second down coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Chase Brown will go empty backfield. 3 receivers line up to the near side as Brown will take the snap, drops back. Pressure coming over the middle, caught by Strong, and Strong picks up the first down. Good catch there from Strong on second down to move the sticks.
And that's a great way to get your young quarterback some confidence. Go find your most reliable receiver in Bear Strong. Now you've got Evan Morton, you've got Fabrizio. This is a great group of wide receivers out here. But Bear is really the strength of this group. And get it into his hands, get a first down, get some momentum in your favor.
Alta football here on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Alsco Uniforms. Also another proud school to be a part of the Rewind family. That one from Brown goes incomplete. And it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, again, looking for Bear in the passing game. And, you know, it's just sometimes it can just be as easy as finding a matchup that you like. And that's the great part about a receiver like Bear Strong is he is a bit of a matchup nightmare because he is so big, he's strong, but also he runs good routes. A pretty explosive athlete.
At the halftime, we'll have Alta senior highlights. We'll highlight the seniors standing out here for the Alta Hawks, so don't go anywhere at the halftime break. We'll get that to you here on the Rewind Sports Network. A hand up the middle to Cook, and he's brought down after about 3 on the game.
And for offensive coordinator Marshall Hendrickson, somebody that I have a great appreciation for, he's led a lot of offenses across the state previously at Olympus. The job is to try and make it as easy as possible for your sophomore quarterback, and so that's why you probably try to run it there on second down rather than forcing something, making him nervous. Now he's in third and a little long, but still plenty of opportunity to make this play.
Third down here as Strong with another catch. Strong with another first down play, and the Alta Hawks move the sticks again.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think Bear Strong will be participating in Fat Bear Week, but if there is a Speed Bear Week, he's the man. He settles into that zone, makes the catch, turns upfield, gets a few extra yards, and suddenly this Alta Hawks offense is starting to fly.
First down coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Ball on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 here with 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. 21-0, the Davis Darts lead it. The sophomore Brown sends Strong in motion. Brown takes the snap, handoff to Cook. Cook up the middle and met by that defensive line of the Davis Darts. Good gain there, maybe 2 on the gain for Trevin Cook.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by Cook. When you're in this offense, you don't really have a tight end that can set the edge, and so it does allow that defense to flow to the outside. He does a good job of hugging his offensive line as long as he can, picks up a couple yards. And really, this Davis interior is starting to get, this Alta interior is starting to get some movement against Davis. It's something to monitor as this game continues.
Brown again here on second down in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, but the flags come out prior to. We'll see what the call is here, Brian.
Yeah, dead ball like that, it's either offsides or false start. Offsides. So it goes in favor of the Alta Hawks. They had the screen set up, so maybe would have been able to pick up a few yards on that one, but regardless, second and short now. That opens up the play calling sheet tremendously for Coach Hendrickson. And with the way that Alta's been running the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Cook sees a handoff here.
3:17 and counting here in the first quarter. Second down for the Alta Hawks. Trevin Cook in the backfield. It's Jace Brown in the shotgun. Two receivers lined up to each side as Brown takes a snap. Gets it out quick, and it bounces off the hands of Fabrizio. And you don't normally see Fabrizio miss out on a catch like that, but it falls incomplete.
No, and this is part of the progression of a young quarterback, is learning to layer your throws. You see Brown just trying to rifle that one in there. There's just too many defenders for that. You want to try and give your receiver a little bit of a chance to catch the ball a little lower. It's a tough throw to make. I'm not trying to be judgmental here, but I think the other interesting part about it is we saw Jace Brown lose his helmet. It looks like he's not going to have to go out. Oh, yep, he is going to have to go out of the game. And now it's Danny Pearson coming in as the third string, now second string quarterback.
Danny Pearson into the game. He'll hand it off to Cook. Cook quickly brought down. It'll bring up a fourth down. So with the ball on the 37-yard line, a fourth down play, we'll see what the Alta Hawks decide to do.
Yeah, now it's decision-making time for Alta, right? Do you continue to try and ride on this drive where you've made some progress? Young sophomore quarterback started to settle in a little bit, started to get some movement. It looks like that's exactly what Coach Burdett's going to do.
Jace Brown back into the game for the Alta Hawks. Here on fourth down. Empty backfield, gets the defense to jump with the hard count. And the sophomore here will pick up the first down.
That's one of those plays that's going to drive a coach crazy. And you just, if you're the Davis defense, it's so hard not to take the cookie off the shelf, right, off the counter. But a great job by the young quarterback with the hard count, able to move the sticks, now puts Alta in very favorable position as they're inside the 40-yard line.
First down coming up here for the Hawks. 2 minutes and 13 left to go. Handoff to Cook. Cook bounces out to the left, and he's met by the Davis Arts. First there was Ethan Lockwood to stop Trevin Cook, and then brought down by the swarm of darts.
Yeah, Lockwood is a guy that really stood out last week when we called the game. You can see that he is a great run stuffer. This Davis defense is doing a good job of containing anytime Cook tries to bounce it to the outside. And you know, he's had a few plays, Cook has, where he's broken some of those outside runs. For Davis, it's just all about, for Alta, it's all about getting your big guys leaning on those Davis defenders, trying to wear them down, and eventually you'll be able to get to that second level stuff. But for now, Davis is really stacking the box trying to stop the run.
Jace Brown, another handoff to Cook. Cook finds the hole made by Bear Strong, and then he'll be brought down. Good gain there by Trevin Cook on second down.
It's just a modern take on halfback lead. You've got Bear Strong, who, again, he almost is like a tight end in this system, like an H-back or a U-back, the way that they utilize him. A great job of leading Cook through the hole. And start to look at this Davis defense. It's guys with hands on their hips. They've been out here for a while now this series. You know, that's the downside to an offense that's so explosive. You do leave your defense out there on the field if a team's able to sustain a drive.
Two receivers lined up to each side here for Brown as Brown takes a snap. Over the top, looking for Bear Strong, and Strong's able to snag it in. Big play there by Bear Strong, and it's a first down, Alta Hawks.
Big Bear goes high in the air, snatches that one for a first down in this Alta Hawks offense, man. Talk about impressive play from the sophomore lefty QB. wipes off that interception, comes right back down. He's leading a drive that will, in all likelihood, lead to points for this Alta Hawk offense.
I want to take this time to remind you that the clock you see on the screen, it's not official. We do our best to try to keep it maintained with the stadium clock that is here at the Davis High. As that one falls incomplete, we'll keep it as close as we can. And there's 41 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and for Jace Brown, that's one of those plays where when they go back and watch film, it's going to be, hey, young player, this is where you really have to be on top of things. You can't be lackadaisical at all. You've got to zip that ball out there, make sure that it gets there in plenty of time. You know, he fairly certain that Jace Brown knew he was going to be starting this week, so he's had time in practice to rep this. That's just the developmental process with a sophomore QB.
Second down coming up here for the Hawks. Brown takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Cook, and Cook met by the Davis Starts.
Yeah, it looks like about a 4-yard gain just to make it almost, we'll say third and average, third and brown bear, just for the sake of me. But as the offense gets up and gets set, less than 20 seconds on the clock right now, don't know if they're going to get another playoff.
Time winding down here at Davis High. 13 left on the clock. Brown coming back out, setting his guys up. We'll see if they snap the ball prior to, as Strong goes in motion with two. They do. Brown drops back. Quick screen out to Cook, and he's met by Jackson Itehau, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We head to the break, 21-0. The Davis Starts lead it over the Alta Hawks, and we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Second quarter action about to kick off here. We'll have a field goal from Jack McAllister to start things off on fourth down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And Jack McAllister tacks on 3 to start the second quarter. Alta 3, Davis 21.
And the first game that you and I did together was Alta versus Springville. The coaching staff mentioned to us they have a lot of faith in Jack McAllister. You can see why. He's got a monster leg. That would have been good from an additional 10, 20 yards, more than likely. And for the Alta Hawks, I think to walk away with 3 points on that drive is absolutely massive. This game was starting to get out of hand, 21-3. It's still manageable, but I think the bigger thing you've proved is the ability to move the ball down the field. Now, your sophomore quarterback, Jace Brown, who stepped in for the injured Tucker Brown, has some confidence. He's found some things that worked. You've continued to try and wear down that defense in the run game. And now for Davis, offensively, you've been on the sideline for a long time. Now, granted, you have Sparrow, Baggett, some of these other guys that go both ways, but still, it's a long time to sit. And for Alta, it presents a good opportunity to get a stop on this drive.
Alta football brought to you by Alsco Uniforms. Under the lights and in the heart of our community, tonight's game is brought to you by Alsco Uniforms, locally owned and operated, proudly serving our hometown for over 135 years. From the first whistle, as Jackson Itehau here breaks a couple of tackles. Itehau will go all the way. Jackson Itehau at the 10, finally pushed out of bounds. What a massive return from number 88.
Incredible return by number 88, Jackson Itehau.
There's so much to talk about with this Davis High football team. Jackson Itehau with a great run back there, but a lot of it was the blocking up front as this Davis special teams really set the tone on that one, attacking aggressively, opening up a giant hole, and Itehau just zipped through there and rumbles all the way to the 10-yard line, inside the 10, and now Davis is looking to score quick again.
Massive return from Jackson. Looked like he was going to take it in. Instead, ball here on the 8-yard line for the Davis Starts. Empty backfield for Bessinger. Prior to, though, we'll have some flags.
Yeah, interested to see what this call is. Offsides here by the Alta Hawks, and so the Hawks put themselves in an even deeper hole. Kind of unique as they had Makayo Bird, it looked like was split out to the narrow side of the field. Something to watch there.
21-3, 11:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Bessinger takes the snap, handoff to Bird. Bird trying to rumble through. Bird bounces out. Bird cuts up, and Bird takes it into the end zone. And a rushing touchdown by Mikael Bird.
Touchdown, Mikael Bird. Spinning his way into the end zone. That's another Team Up Athletics touchdown for the Darts.
I don't know if the B button is still a thing, Alex, but Mikael Bird hit the spin cycle on that one over and over and over again. He would not be denied as he slides into the end zone for 6.
Kick coming up here for Luke Jolly to tack on the PAT. 27-3 pending the kick. Jolly, the kick is up. The kick is good. And just like that, the Darts lead it 28-3. And we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Watch out! It's an avalanche of deals coming right at you. Get 2 Icon season ski passes with a new vehicle purchase from Riverton Chevy. We're shredding the competition with SUVs starting at $299 a month and nothing down. Get a Silverado for as low as $42,500 or save up to $12,000. These are iconic offers from Utah's iconic Chevy dealer, Riverton Chevy. The Chevyweight Champ, Riverton Chevy.
11:31 left to go here in the second quarter. The Davis Darts extend the lead 28-3. Want to remind you that Alta Football here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Alsco Uniforms and Carver's Steak and Food. From first dates to celebrations, Carver's Steaks and Seafood sets the table for life's best moments. Prime steaks, fresh seafood, and service that makes you feel like family. Locally owned in Sandy, proud sponsor of Alta Hawks football. Also, Alta brought to you by Axio EV. Ready to upgrade to an electric or hybrid? Axio EV has hundreds of used EVs and hybrids in stock at fantastic prices. Axio EV in Sandy, Utah's fastest growing EV dealer. Davis football. And that touchdown brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Henry Walker Homes gets you in your home faster with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties. They provide the custom look you want with the craftsmanship of any experienced builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like they're part of the family with mortgage promotions. They can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. Big thank you to all of our sponsors here on the Rewind Sports Network. Presented by Tab Bank. 11:31 left to go here in the second quarter, and we'll have Jace Brown and this sophomore quarterback come back out, try to lead this team down like they did last time. Brown gets it out quick, and it's incomplete into the hands of Evan Morton, but it hits the turf.
Ball incomplete to Evan Morton. Broken up by number 11, Connor Brown.
Yeah, it's the first time we have an opportunity to call his name, and Connor Brown on the defense there, and he is a big defensive back. He's 6'2", I believe 195, if I'm not mistaken. 175, excuse me. If he was 195, he'd probably be safety.
Here comes a hand up the middle to Cook, and Cook will get 2 on the game.
And again for
Bridger Young tackles Trevin Cook.
For Trevin Cook, it's going to be that kind of night right now as Davis is going to key in on the run, and some bad news for the Hawks is it looks like one of their linemen is down right now, and training staff attending to them.
Well, we'll take a moment here as the trainers run onto the field to take a look at the Alta Hawk player down. We'll take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. More action when we return here on the Rewind Sports Network. Number 77, Kingston Newsey, back up on his feet as he walks over and makes his way to the sideline on his own accord. Good to see him back up and hope that he's able to return here momentarily. For the Alta Hawks, though, they'll come out on third down. Brown will take the snap. Empty backfield. Gets it up over the middle to Cook, and it falls incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, it's just an easy crossing route, a drag, if you will, trying to find your receiver out of the backfield and just not able to connect on that one is Jace Brown. And for this Alta Hawk offense, that was not the response that you were hoping for after the big Davis score. Now you give it back to this Davis offense, and frankly, that's been a very tough situation for this Alta Hawk defense to try and contain that offense at all. And that's not being critical of them. Not many teams in the state have done that at all this year.
4th down here as Bear Turner will boot this one away. Morrison calls for the fair catch. The flags do come out. And we'll see what the call is here. But Alta jump on the ball, and we'll see what the flags here are.
I think this one might be catch interference, as it looked like an Alta defender did tap Morrison as he was trying to corral that ball. But the interesting thing about Bear Turner, and something to watch as we go through this game, the way he kicks it, that ball spins end over end, and so it's a little bit more difficult for a punt returner to try and field it, because as we just saw, it can hit those pads and bounce right off of them. And so I think Davis is ending up with some fortuitous luck here. They're going to likely get the penalty, but also get the ball. For Alta, man, that could have been a huge opportunity.
Almost had it off the bounce off of Morrison. Instead, though, danger averted for the home side, and they'll get the ball back here, plus some extra yardage.
And it's going to be a pretty significant penalty. I believe that's a 15-yarder that they just marked off there. And so for Alta, things get from bad to worse.
Conversations being had with the Davis coaching staff here on the near sideline and the officials. As we get ready for first down, Trayden Bessinger. Took the snap, but we still have a stoppage as referees here getting set.
And this Davis offense wants to go. So any kind of stoppage, you hope, if you're an Alta fan, maybe that disrupts the rhythm in any way, shape, or form. I hate to break it to any Alta fans watching. We have not seen that happen a lot with the Davis Darts this year.
10:57 left to go. Empty backfield here for Bessinger, who takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming, gets rid of it, over the top to Morrison, and it's into the end zone. Isaac Morrison all by himself, and the Davis Stars tack on another 6.
Alta tries to rush, and it's the football version of You Reach, I Teach, as Trayden Bessinger avoids multiple defenders, rolls out, finds his target downfield, and strikes jackpot for this Davis offense once again.
Not the first drive. The Davis Starts go 1 for 1, one play and a score, and they tack on another 6. Jolly will come out for the PAT with 10:49 left to go in the second quarter. Jolly, the kick, the snap, the kick is up, the kick is good, and just like that, it's 35-3. Davis lead it here at home. We'll take a quick step aside on the Rewind Sports Network.
Davis would like to thank some of their sponsors.
Isaac Morrison into the end zone for the touchdown. 10:49 left to go. Davis leads it 35-3. I'm Alex Napolis. He's Brian Brown. Davis High School is the place, as Luke Jolly here will boot this one away. Fielded into the end zone. It's a touchback, and now we'll have a chance to see Jace Brown and the Alta Hawks return to the field on offense.
Atlanta takes over at the 20.
And for Alta, I think at this point in time, it's all about just finding some success and finding a way to get a drive going. You know, this thing has gotten out of control pretty fast on just a handful of plays, as we mentioned, Alex. You know, this Alta Hawks defense hasn't even really had a chance to size up this Davis offense enough. They've just been so lethal and so quick to strike. But on the flip side, Alta has sustained a few drives. So I think that's really the edict right here. Just one play, one drive at a time.
Brown will take the snap, hand off to Cook. No, he'll keep over the top, and it falls incomplete. Ball intended for Evan Morton, but it hits the turf. Second down here for the Alta Hawks.
And when you talk about the game speeds up. That's a perfect example right there. It's a great job by Connor Brown to break the ball up, but if you're that Alta High offense, everything's got to be quicker. It's got to be a higher tempo. You've got to adjust to game speed, and otherwise you're going to open the door for more opportunities for that Davis defense to capitalize on turnovers, and they will.
Second down here for the Alta Hawks. Empty backfield this time for Jace Brown. Brown takes the snap, gets it out quick. Morton with the catch, and Morton immediately pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a safe sideline throw. It's an easy 5-6 yard gain. Gets you back into 3rd and brown bear. My favorite, we're 3rd and average here. And again, it's okay to be average as long as you're great at the end. For this Alta Hawks offense, it's just a little bit of momentum and a little bit of breathing room. And if you're Davis, defensively, the biggest thing is that you just don't want to let anything over the top at this point. You've got a 32-point lead, and you don't really need to protect that per se because there's still 10 minutes left in the second quarter. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to give this Alta Hawks offense belief.
Empty backfield once more for Jace Brown. Drops back. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolls out, and he's going to be sacked. Sack made by number 10, Johnny Parker. And the Davis defense brings down Jace Brown.
And we talk about Caden Montgomery so much, but the junior Johnny Parker, he wants to join the party, and you see the strength as he wrangles Jace Brown like he's a bull and drags him to the ground. Now Alta's going to have to punt after a big loss on 3rd down.
Fourth down coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Bear Turner takes the snap. Boots this one up and away. Morrison calls for the fair catch. He'll field it at about the 48. And that's where we'll have this drive start for the Davis Darts.
And for Johnny Parker, I just want to go back to that play real quick, Alex, because not only is he tackling the quarterback and dragging him down, he's also got half an offensive lineman trying to push him into the ground. So just an incredible show of strength. And for Alta, just the phrase bad to worse keeps happening for the Hawks. You had 3rd and 5, you lost yards, now not able to get a clean punt off, and Davis has the ball inside the 50-yard line in your territory, and we've seen just how quickly they can score.
Empty backfield here for Bessinger. He'll take the snap, drops back, pressure coming. Bessinger stays alive in the pocket, gets rid of it, and it's intercepted. Ball going the other way, and the Alta Hawks come up with a pick. Breck Warren with the INT, and Bessinger with his first interception thrown on the season.
Interception by Breck.
Been waiting all night to say Cole Albrecht's name, and on that play, he applies the pressure on Trayden Bessinger, not able to drag him down, but he's able to get his hands around him. Bessinger not able to put that normal amount of action into his throw, and an opportunistic Breck Warren is right there to step in front of that one and create a havoc play, and now Alta has some momentum.
9:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Empty backfield for Brown. The pressure coming, and oh, he escapes. The pressure was coming. Brown still on his feet, gets rid of it, and it hits the turf. Flags coming out everywhere, Brian.
Yeah, we're going to see a conference here from the officials. My hunch is that this one's going to be rough in the passer as Brown got nailed right as he released the ball, but a dangerous throw there. Back almost, well, I'm not going to say back into coverage, but across the field, across his body. That was actually an amazing play by Jace Brown, though, to escape the pressure, get outside. They're able to get a penalty out of it. And at this point in time, if you're Alta, however you're moving the ball, that's a win. You know, and I understand the frustration from the fans and this Davis High defense. It's just how the ball is going to bounce some days. You know, football is still a physical, violent sport, but we have to protect these younger kids.
I was about ready there to call back-to-back big sacks for Johnny Parker. Instead, Brown, the magician, keeps the play alive. And now here's Brown again. This time a handoff to Cook. Cook up the middle. Cook makes a couple miss. Cook bounces out to the left. Cook with a first down run.
And it's a nice job there by Trevin Cook, to try and get that defense in pursuit and really, really stretch it out. You know, a nifty little pull play there is number 64 and number 71, I believe, for the Hawks, or excuse me, 72. Switching around, and it ends up to be a power play for Cook, and he's able to pick up the first down.
9 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. 35-3, the Darts lead it. Brown gets it to Cook. Cook this time met by a swarm of Davis Darts. He'll get a yard on the gain.
Yeah, and I apologize. It was Logan Shuck who was on the pull action there on the previous run. You see, that's just power football. We talk about gap schemes, and it's sign blocking. You're trying to get some movement with a double team, and Alta did a great job with that one, and I believe it was number 64, Cooper Barney, who got a kick-out block as well. I promise, folks, I won't talk about offensive line play all night long. But I just had to compliment the big guys on that one.
It's until we get more members added to the Pancake Platoon.
All are welcome.
Second down here for the Hawks. Pressure coming. Brown over the top to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Evan Morton, the intended target, and it hits the turf.
We got whistles. I don't see a flag out there. Okay, there it is. This one, that territory right there means holding, hands to the face. Yep, this one's coming back for the Alta Hawks. And the one that I never want to mention. I got to say this one out, Alex. You know how I feel about that penalty.
Replay, second down.
I feel like it's judgmental against the big fellas. We just want to party with everybody. Let us go downfield.
Here on the broadcast, we will take no big man slander. Second down coming up for the Alta Hawks. Brown backed up after the penalty. Pressure coming, and he's going to be sacked. There he is, Johnny Parker, with another big sack on second down.
Another sack.
Yeah, left side, right side, it doesn't matter. Johnny Parker is about that action, boss. Gets the sack, but more importantly, he's really getting into the head of this Alta offensive line, and for him, this is becoming a breakout game. 2 sacks already. Just an impressive effort, and you're seeing Davis getting nifty with some of the things that they're doing. As Caden Montgomery slid into the nose guard position there, and with the play of Parker, I'm not surprised. He's just been outstanding tonight.
3rd and 22 coming up. Ball on the 36, and prior to the snap,
it looks like Davis is calling timeout.
Timeout on the field. Time to thank some of our sponsors.
Timeout taken
by the Hawks.
By the Alta Hawks. So we'll take this time to thank our sponsors. Davis Darts timeouts brought to you by First Command. First Command is committed to making those who have sacrificed our country are taken care of. Their customized planning will help you meet your financial needs while saving for the future and protecting against the unknowns. They can meet with you in person or virtually. Visit them online at firstcommand.com to set up your appointment with one of their 9 agents today. Alta football here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by the Lift House Nordica. The Lift House and Nordica, your gateway to the Wasatch Mountains. Also brought to you by Tiburon Fine Dining. For over 25 years, Tiburon Fine Dining has been one of Utah's premier restaurants. Their award-winning contemporary American cuisine in a warm and friendly seating that makes for the perfect night out. Plus, in the fall, you can enjoy and stroll through their working culinary garden. Make your next night out special at Tiburon Fine Dining. Visit them online at tiburonfinedining.com. 3rd and long coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Brown, pressure coming, and escapes, gets the ball out. It's incomplete. Intended for Cook, the big hit from Sparrow, but the flags come out.
Big hit by Bodie Sparrow, but there is a flag on the play.
I don't know if we can give out helmet stickers to people on the broadcast, but a helmet sticker to you for all the reads tonight, Alex. In the meantime, you see Jace Brown has found a new skill, the skill of illusion and disappearing. Able to evade a few tacklers there. Tries to find, I believe it was it Evan Morton on that one? And the penalty here is going to be, I believe the call will be targeting, if I'm not mistaken. And again, this is a good opportunity for us to remind everybody who may be switching back and forth between the NFL game and the high school game. Unnecessary roughness, targeting, however they want to call it, it is a different rule than it is at the higher leagues. And so officials have a lot more discretion. That was a big, big hit. I'm not saying that I agree with it necessarily, but I understand what the thought process behind it is.
Third down coming up for the Alta Hawks after the penalty. And brought down quickly. I believe that was Steven Tuha there with the direct snap.
Yeah, a little wildcat action there for the Alta Hawks, trying to just get anything to get in position, get more points on the board, and just buy yourself a little bit more time if you're the Hawks. And realistically, the way that Jack McAllister kicked the first one, this feels almost automatic.
Fourth down coming up here, Jack McAllister. As the snap, the kick is up, and the kick is plenty good as Jack McAllister adds on another 3 here for the Alta Hawks to make it 35-6, and we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Watch out!
Get the latest Nordica skis and boots at the best ski shop in Utah, the Lift House.
6:23 left to go here in the second quarter. Jack McAllister attacks on another field goal to make it 35-6 for the Davis Starts. Jack McAllister will boot this one away, and the ball will go into the end zone, back for a touchback, and here comes Traden Bessinger. And this Davis Starts offense, efficient is the best way you can describe them tonight, Brian.
Yeah, getting your work done early, however you want to put it. Like, Davis has just gotten the job done, and in true Davis fashion, too. It's been Traden Bessinger. He does have the one interception, and it feels like that's really the only thing that hasn't gone in their favor.
Crazy that here we are, week 4, and it's Bessinger's first INT thrown of the season. Bessinger will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Bird. Bird trying to find some space out to the right. Mikhail Bird breaks a tackle. Bird gets the first down and then finally pushed out of bounds and out. But Mikhail Bird with a big first down play.
Yeah, Bird is the word if you want to get a first down in the run game. And for Davis, at this point in time, it may be just about milking the clock a little bit. You see them running the ball finally. I shouldn't say finally. They've been so efficient scoring through the air, they probably haven't had time to get through their predetermined play calls.
6:16 left to go here in the second quarter. Up the middle, caught by Morrison. Morrison with the first down play, past midfield, and wrestled down by Bear Turner. Isaac Morrison with the first down catch.
It feels almost inappropriate how much we talk about how good this wide receiver core is, but you see it right there. Isaac Morton, he's almost like the Spider-Man of this unit. He's just a utility player that fills in the gaps everywhere he goes.
Hand off to Bird. Bird has a hole. Bird with the fumble, and it's recovered. Alta. Fumble recovery by the Alta Hawks. Has Breck Warren. He had the INT. Now he picks up the fumble. It's Alta ball.
Breck Warren is hunting for a helmet sticker tonight. Just a great job. You see that ball bounce out of multiple players' hands. He's able to secure it, tries to advance it, but regardless, that's a very advantageous turnover for this Alta Hawks football team, as they were just waiting for anything to go in their favor. And big run, it feels so demoralizing, but that's why you just keep after it and you stay with the play. See, a player knocks that ball loose, and now all of a sudden this Alta Hawks offense has a little bit of life in it.
First 5 plays for the Davis Darts offense, first 5 drives, I should say, touchdowns. The last 2 drives, 1 INT and a fumble recovered by the Hawks. This is Brown. Brown pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Absolutely nowhere to go. Johnny Parker, Caden Montgomery, the double team, and he brings them down.
Boy, I tell you what, Caden Montgomery and Johnny Parker are going to be in the nightmares of a lot of Alta Hawks players tonight. They are just relentless. And it's part of why I wanted to talk about Caden Montgomery at the top of this broadcast. He's an elite player, in my opinion, and you see the action with he and his running mate Parker there. Just an absolutely deflating loss there for the Alta Hawks.
Brings up 2nd and 25.
No big deal.
Big loss for the Alta Hawks. And the play clock ran out. We'll see if the timeout was taken as Blake Burdett making his way out of the field. Yes, a timeout taken by the Alta Hawks. We'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Make sure you stick around for halftime as performances by
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Empty backfield here for Jace Brown and the Alta Hawks as they try to move the ball on 2nd down. And it falls incomplete. Ball intended for Bear Strong, and it hits the turf.
Ball incomplete, intended receiver, Bear Strong.
And for Alta right now, I think it's about minimizing whatever potential damage might come from that previous loss. They're backed up against your own goal line here, and just the fortuitous fumble recovery and then almost immediately the big loss. It's part of the ebb and flow of starting a sophomore quarterback. And for here, you're going to look for a screen pass, a draw play, just anything safe to not put the ball in the hands of that Davis defense.
Ball out quickly to Cook. Cook is going nowhere, pushed into his own end zone, but the play was blown dead at the 5.
And again, it's that linebacker core of Cole Clark and Ethan Lockwood doing work as they flow outside, make sure to minimize the play. In fact, I even think it was a loss on that one as well, Alex. And now for this Alta Hawk special teams unit, you just want to get off a safe kick and hope that you can contain, because there's a dangerous return man back there in Isaac Morrison.
Ball booted away by Bear Turner. Bounces at the 40, takes a big Alta bounce, and it'll stop at the 48-yard line. So we'll have an opportunity here to see this Davis offense take the field once more with 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Want to remind you that Davis football here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Black Flag. Life can wear on a person. If you're lacking the energy you wish you had to live your best life, check out Black Flag. Their energy sticks provide the pickup you want and need without any sugar or artificial colors or flavors. Use the code DART20 at Black Flag, that's BLKFLG.com, to save 20% on your order. Bessinger here will take the snap. And prior to, we'll have flags come out. And the play will be dead. This one will go against the Alta defense, and so a 1st and 5 coming up here with the ball on the 43-yard line for the Davis Darts. Bessinger will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Bird. Bird going nowhere as he's met by a swarm of Hawks here on first down.
Yeah, and Cole Albrecht, the real reason that one went nowhere is he blew up that play from the start and looked like he was holding on with no intention of letting go as Mikaio Bird tried to escape the tackle. And it feels like a minimal pickup for Davis, and it's 5 yards, Alex. This has just been that kind of game for the Darts.
Empty backfield. Bessinger over the middle, caught by Bodie Sparrow. And Bodie Sparrow with the first down snag.
Over the middle to Bodie Sparrow.
And a Alta Hawks slow to get up behind the play.
That brings up another brown and gold. I'm going to need more from you, Mom.
First down coming up here for the Davis Starts. Ball on the 29-yard line. Play clock at 16 with an empty backfield here for Traden Bessinger. Bessinger takes the snap, drops back, pressure coming, goes over the top towards the end zone. It is caught, and the Davis Starts with another touchdown. Jackson Itehau.
Jackson Itehau. That is another.
Jackson Itehau doing what CeeDee Lamb could not and making big plays. This Davis offense is special. I've said it before, it's the best air show in the state. I stand by it.
41-6, pending the PAT. Luke Jolly out here to boot this one up with 2:48 left to go in the second quarter. The kick is up, the kick is good, and it'll take us 42-6. Again, with 2:48 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Touchdown from Jackson Itehau adds another 7 for the Davis Starts. It's 42-6 with 2:48 left to go. Return here by Evan Morton, that's Rylan Clayton on the return for the Alta Hawks.
Rylan Clayton on the return.
Brought down, and that's where they'll start the drive with 2:41 left to go here in the second quarter. Jace Brown, this offense, moving the ball well the last couple of drives. Having to settle for field goals. Let's see if they're able to punch one into the end zone prior to the end of this first half. (42-6). And here we go with Jace Brown, line up in the shotgun. Brown will take the snap, drops back quickly, met by a Davis Star. Brown slow to get up, a big hit as that ball falls incomplete, and it'll bring up second down.
And again, for Jace Brown, it's going to be about taking your licks tonight, and you see him pop back up after that one. Tucker Brown was a tough quarterback. Typically, the senior starter would have given them a bit more of a puncher's chance, but for Alta tonight, it's just been a lot of absorbing blows from this Davis High football team.
Jace Brown back onto the turf. The training staff having to run on to look at the sophomore. We'll take a step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Checking into the game is number 7, Danny Pearson, in at QB. After Jace Brown making his way over to the sideline. And here comes a first down play. Handoff to Cook. Cook up the middle. And he'll be met by a swarm of Davis Starts.
And a lot of pushing and shoving going on in that one in a positive manner. That's what you want to do, is be physical in the run game. You're seeing Alta still out there trying to establish physicality, able to pick up 3-4 yards as they've got another sophomore quarterback in there. And at this point in time, if you're the Hawks, I think it's a lot of focus on the run game.
Third down coming up here for Alta, as Danny Pearson again leading out his troops. In the shotgun, empty backfield, sends the receiver in motion. Up the middle, caught by Strong. Strong with a first down snag. And Strong still on his feet. Bear Strong finally brought down past the 44-yard line.
In a game full of helmet sticker plays, Alex, I think I'm going to go with that one right there from Bear Strong. When they needed him most, he was an absolute animal out there, breaking multiple tackles, never went down, never gave up, gave his quarterback a target. And look, this game is well out of hand so far, but that gives this Alta Hawks offense just a little bit of life.
Bear Strong. Tab Bank helmet sticker here in the first half. As this one bounced out to the left, but quickly brought down by the Davis Darts.
Tackled by Tom Weber.
And I can understand if people are frustrated or questioning me at home, because it's been a litany of highlights for this Davis High defense, but especially at the high school football ranks, it's so much about how you respond. Just love that response from the Alta Hawks offense.
54 seconds left to go here. Receiver in motion as Danny Pearson over the middle, caught by Bear Strong. And Bear Strong with another first down snag.
Complete to number 4, Bear Strong.
Boy, you talk about playing with confidence. Danny Pearson just sitting back there and letting it rip. And why wouldn't you? Bear Strong is shredding the back end of this Davis defense. Maybe mentally they went to the locker room a little early. I tell you what, I expect them to wake up right here.
32 seconds left. Pearson drops back. Pearson over the top, and it's intercepted. Ball coming the other way. Isaac Morrison with the INT. Past the 40, past the 50, up the sideline. Has blockers. And Morrison cuts inside, but finally wrestled down at the 15-yard line. But Isaac Morrison with the big INT.
With the huge return, ultimately tackled by Brett Warren.
What can't Isaac Morrison do? He does it in the return game, does it in the receiving game. Just a beautiful interception on that one. And as I mentioned right before that, you knew that Davis was going to send pressure. They did. You knew that they were going to play no more Mr. Nicety. And Isaac Morrison with an absolute back-breaking interception there. An even more impressive return. And I think about the only thing that didn't go right is he didn't get into the end zone. An 80-yard interception return, Alex. What a play.
Isaac Morrison, he's phenomenal. Has a touchdown snag, has a big return, and now here with 15 seconds left, Davis trying to add on to their lead. Bessinger gets rid of it. Bessinger to the end zone. The flags come out as the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, holding calls all over the place as this Alta Hawk defense is grabbing, and I don't blame them. There is so much speed out there for this Davis High offense.
9 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what the call is here. Sun's going against Davis. Oh, they have 2 penalties.
Yeah.
Offsetting penalties with the ineligible player downfield and pass interference. Free play, first down.
No words. I'm just kidding around. A big break there for the Alta Hawks defense. So offsetting penalties, they will replay the down here, but from what we've seen from Davis, I think we know what to expect here, Alex.
Bessinger with 7 seconds on the clock. Takes a snap. Drops back, pressure coming. Cole Albrecht is there, and Cole Albrecht with the sack.
Bessinger sacked by number 4.
I want all the D1 schools out there to send Cole Albrecht the Shaq GIF. I'm sorry, I was not familiar with your game. That is what you get from him. This game has been excruciatingly hard for the Alta Hawks. He did not give up at all. Chases in pursuit, able to bring down Trayden Bessinger. We've seen some elite defenses this year, Alex, not be able to get to Trayden Bessinger. Cole Albrecht's done it twice. One resulting in a sack, the other resulting in an interception. I tell you what, he is an absolute animal, terrific athlete, great young man, and really, really stood up there to help out his teammates.
After the sack, the timeout taken by the Davis Darts, so we have 2 seconds left on the clock, and that will be just enough time for Luke Jolly, the kicker, to come out here for the for the field goal attempt prior to the end of the first half. Number 41, Luke Jolly onto the field now with 2 seconds left. Davis up 42-6 against the Alta Hawks. Luke Jolly. The kick is up. The kick is plenty good as Luke Jolly adds another 3 to this Davis lead. And again, we head to the halftime break, 45-6. The Davis Darts lead, a 42-yard field goal by Luke Jolly. And we'll take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere, as we'll have the Alta Senior Spotlights to bring you here at the halftime break, where we highlight senior athletes at Alta High School. Don't go anywhere. Alta Senior Spotlights coming up next here on the Rewind Sports Network.
It's time for the Alta High Senior Spotlights. We'd like to highlight an Alta Senior playing safety, number 22, Cash Vigos. Cash has been playing football since the 7th grade. His favorite memory is building relationships and being close with the guys. After high school, Cash plans on going into teaching and would like to coach football and basketball. Next, we'd like to highlight Alta Senior number 9, LJ Rowley. LJ plays defensive end. He is a great natural athlete. He played soccer growing up and decided to play football, and it now takes center stage. He dreams of playing football at Utah State in the future. We'd like to highlight an Alta Senior who plays defensive line, number 90, Timmy Snell. Timmy's been playing football off and on since he was a young kid, but for about 5 years in total. Timmy's favorite memory is beating Bingham. Timmy plans after high school to play college ball.
Want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis, he's Brian Brown, and today's presentation of Davis football here on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Black Flag. It can be grueling to do the same workout over and over, let alone fitting it in with your other responsibilities. Black Flag Gym in Kaysville offers different programs like Open Gym, XFit, Pivot, and Circuit Training to keep your workouts fresh and keep pushing you to new limits. They even offer daycare for those busy taking care of kids. Visit them at 457 West Deseret Drive or online at blackflag.com/gym. That's BLKFLG.com/gym to get your first month for just $1. Also want to remind you that Alta football here on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Alsco Uniforms. Under the lights and in the heart of our community, tonight's game is brought to you by Alsco Uniforms, locally owned and operated, proudly serving our hometown for over 135 years. From the first whistle to the final play, we keep teams and businesses looking their best. Alsco Uniforms, it pays to keep clean. Proud sponsor of Alta football is Hoof and Vine. Is a modern American steakhouse with premium cuts of beef, sustainably farmed poultry, and seafood, gluten-free and allergy-friendly options, plus house-made desserts. There is something for everyone. Located on Union Park Avenue in Sandy, it is the perfect place for any occasion. Create an evening to remember at Hoof and Vine. Visit them online at hoofandvine.com. As we get ready to kick off here things in the second half, Davis up 45-6. Brian, what do we hope to see from both offenses here in the second half?
Well, hopefully not a lot of injuries is the biggest calculation for both teams involved right now. Alta's going to get the ball to start the half. It will be a running clock, because by rule, anything 35 points or more begins that clock. So 12 minutes, the clock will not stop unless it's, I believe, change of possession, touchdown, or timeout. So in that respect, for the Alta Hawks, it's all about getting a drive going, trying to find something to sustain, trying anything that you can build on for next week. You just kind of chalk tonight up to what it was, take things one step at a time, use all the coaching cliches, and see if you can generate any kind of momentum to start digging out of that hole. And for this Davis High offense, it's mostly about learning how to win from well in front.
Another touchback.
And something that they struggled with a little bit last week against Mountain Ridge is the Sentinels climb back into that game continually. But for Davis, they love to score fast and they love to score often. So this second half is about building possession.
11-24 left to go here in the third quarter. As we'll have a chance here to see this Alta offense take the field for the first time here in the second half. Denny Pearson, number 7, continues to be at quarterback for the Alta Hawks as Jace Brown had to stay on the sidelines in that first half. Trevin Cook with a big hole, and Trevin Cook with a big first down run. And a great start to the second half here for the Alta Hawks.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do if you're Alta. You want to go back to the run game, try and sustain some possession, try and get anything going. Again, you've got a sophomore quarterback. You're back up to the backup in there now. Whatever you can do to just build some confidence.
It was Cortland Cole on the big run, and now Cortland Cole again with the handoff, this time met at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere. No gain for Cortland Cole on his second run of the night.
Cortland Cole tackled by Caden Montgomery.
Yeah, an interesting choice here by Alta is they're up in the, what a lot of people like to call the muddle. Kind of the no huddle with groups. And just so everybody at home is well informed, a clock stops only for a timeout by a team during their break between third and fourth quarters, during a penalty enforcement, for an extended injury, or any time officials deem it necessary for safety.
That ball is alive. Johnny Parker will take it into the end zone. A backward pass hits the turf. Johnny Parker scoop and score. And the Davis Stars add to their lead.
Johnny Parker looking more like the Flash on that one as he scoops and scores for 6 points, and why not? Cap off an amazing night for Parker. Multiple sacks, fumble recovery, and now a touchdown. The Davis Darts starting off the second half the same way they started the first, scoring in speed. I guess it would be scoring with speed, right?
In this case, yes. Jolly.
They live in speed here. This is Speed Town, USA.
Kick is up. Kick is good through the uprights as Jolly adds the PAT, making it a 52-6 score here for the home side. And with 9:32, we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. A scoop and score by Johnny Parker. I forgot the name there for a second. Johnny Parker with the scoop and score. And adds another 7 for the Davis Darts. Here comes a return by Alta, as we'll see this Alta offense return to the field.
In these situations, if you're Davis, it's all about sticking with your keys and executing. Shout out to Grayson Christensen there, doing a great job on special teams, breaking down, making the tackle. You know, that's one of the parts about being great, is you want to be great in every play, everything you do. And I think that's really what this Davis High football team is on a mission to become. They want to become the greatest team in the state, well on their way tonight.
How about this? The final numbers for Trayden Bessinger in that first half: 8 attempts, 7 completions, 1 INT, 173 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Talk about efficient.
Strong tackle by Dexter Frazier.
And you just look across the stat sheet, and it's impressive. Everything going in Davis's favor. They've had a short field to work with most of the game. And now this Alta Hawks offense going to try and get anything going right now.
Empty backfield for the Alta Hawks, as Pearson has to just get rid of this one. A low snap, able to recover, but Pearson's pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, low snap, under duress. Just a nice job by Pearson to get the ball away. Trying to find Bear Strong. Just not able to get enough under that ball to get it into Strong's hands. When it rains, it pours for the Alta Hawks tonight.
Third down coming up here for Alta. As Danny Pearson sends his running back in motion up the middle, caught by Strong. Strong makes a move. Strong still on his feet, and then Strong brought down. Big first down catch by Bear Strong.
Completed the Bear Strong. Huge hit by number 23, Riker Sheffield.
Yeah, Riker Sheffield and Abe Hill combining for the hit there on Bear Strong. But I tell you what, Bear lives up to his surname. He was strong on that one, popped right back up. He is a tough kid. And for this Alta Hawks offense, something they desperately needed, just a good play to hang their hat on.
Here comes Danny Pearson on first down. As Pearson up the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended there for Breck Warren. Breck Warren had the fumble recovery and the INT, trying to get involved here on the offensive side of the ball now.
And you wonder if maybe that's just a way to try and get this offense jump-started a little bit. Warren's seen a lot of success tonight. You see Pearson just kind of splitting the difference there between Warren and Strong.
Second down coming up here for the Alta Hawks as Pearson will take the snap. Gets it out quick, caught by Morton. Evan Morton out to the left as Evan Morton up the sideline and pushed out of bounds. Evan Morton with a huge play on second down to get the first.
Nearly a 25-yard gain there by Evan Morton, and I think that's a great example of why I'm so high on this Alta High wide receiving core. Morton is a speedster, an elite talent. He's so fast, and he's gotten so much better at catching the football this year, able to turn what was a minimal gain into a big, big play. I think if you're Alta, that's a good reason to look back and think about what might have been in this game. Just a few more plays that had gone your way early.
Pearson, pressure coming, and he's going to be sacked. Johnny Parker and number 24, Sitaway in there for the sack.
Johnny Parker there in the backfield as well.
Yeah, great job there by Paxton Sitaway. He's been all over the place this half. Getting an opportunity to play more and play free leads to a good play for this Davis defense. And, you know, as underappreciated as they are, they continue to play hard and play well.
Pearson, pressure coming again. Pearson has to get it out over the top. It's caught by Evan Morton, and he'll be into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks.
Ball complete. Number 3, Evan Morton for the touchdown.
It is an air and speed show up here in Davis tonight. Evan Morton just adding to it as he streaks down the sideline, and it's a great job by the sophomore Pearson, Danny Pearson, throwing what I assume is his first varsity touchdown. And the Alta Hawks finally get 6 on the board.
That Alta touchdown brought to you by Axio EV. Ready to upgrade to an electric or hybrid? Axio EV has hundreds of used EVs and hybrids in stock at fantastic prices. Axio EV in Sandy, Utah's fastest growing EV dealer. The 2-point conversion to Warren is good, and it makes it 52-14 here at Davis High. An Axio EV touchdown for the Alta Hawks. And we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Touchdown pass to Evan Morton from Danny Pearson to pull one back for the Alta Hawks. And with 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, it is 52-14. That ball from Jack McAllister, the kick will go straight into the end zone and out for the touchback. And here with 4:49, we'll have a chance to see this Davis offense for the first time here in the second half.
Sharks take over at the 20.
And for Davis, like I said, there's just I'm a little surprised that Trayton Bessinger is even going out there. Maybe get him a few more yards in the throw game. You know, some situational work that they can still do here, but he has been absolutely lethal passing the football.
Bessinger will take the snap. Hand off to Bird. Bird up the middle. Bird with some space. Mikhail Bird still on his feet. Mikhail Bird bounces out to the left. And finally, Mikhail Bird pushed out of bounds.
Number 0, Mikhail Bird.
Yeah, Bennett Coaster finally able to chase him out of bounds, but not before Mikhail Bird stiff-armed multiple Hawk defenders on that one. You know, he is small but mighty. And also an impressive young man. Big weapon for this Davis offense.
Bessinger here on first down after the big run from Bird. Baggett in motion. A toss to Baggett. Baggett with the end around over to the right side. Up the sideline. Gets the first down. Pushed out of bounds.
And again, this Davis offense is so versatile. You've got multiple guys who can catch the ball. You've got multiple guys who can run the ball. You've got Tyson Baggett, who is just pure speed. And you see him on the fly sweep there, able to stretch it for a first down. And for the darts, everything is firing on all cylinders tonight.
Another first down coming up here for the Davis Darts as Traden Bessinger lined up to the far side. And missed on the snap, and Mikhail Bird lands on it. Jackson Itehau came in to take the snap. Bessinger lined up over the far side to maybe get a reception in, but it falls onto the turf.
A little trickeration, and again, you know, if you're Davis right now, this is in essence high tempo practice. Opportunity to kind of rep some things out, try some different things, put some things on film. They have high aspirations here, and rightfully so, Alex. You know, we've seen them twice now. I'm comfortable saying this is one of the best teams in the state.
Another handoff here up the middle. Certainly one of the best in 6A as the Davis Starts inch closer and closer to another win here at home. Let's take a look at some of those scores around 6A happening right now. The Harriman Mustangs up 28-21 over Riverton. That one late in the third quarter. Heading to the fourth quarter, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels up 21-14 over Cedar Valley in what looks to be a good bounce-back game for them. Copper Hills up 14-9 on the Layton Lancers. American Fork with a 24-8 lead over Farmington. Syracuse up on Rigby from Idaho, 25-14, as that one falls incomplete. Lehigh up 42-7 over Desert Hills. Weber 28-0 over the Viewmont Vikings. Corner Canyon with a 28-7 lead over Liberty of Arizona. Skyridge beating Highland from Idaho 63-14. Bishop Gorman up 21-7 against the Lone Peak Knights, and the Westlake Thunder a 21-0 lead over South San Francisco.
A little surprising to hear that Gorman score. I think actually Gorman just went ahead 28-7 now as well. And for Lone Peak, that's going to be a long trip home if they can't claw into that one. We don't have worse airplanes in high school, but we have worse bus rides.
Early in the second quarter in that one, as here Bird brought down past the 30.
That was just a great catch by Mikhail Bird. I'll tell you what, it's somebody different every single week for this Davis offense. And we really lay a lot of praise at Traden Bessinger's feet, but he has some incredible talent to work with. It was just a great catch by Mikhail Bird, able to stretch for a first down.
Last week it was a big breakout performance from Jackson Itehau. This week it's been everybody. Bodie Sparrow started us off. Mikhail Bird here getting involved in the third quarter as Bird with another big run. And Mikhail Bird, the flag does come out behind the play, but Bird almost getting the first down. You also have big plays on the defensive side of the ball tonight from Johnny Parker, who's been phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, Johnny Parker's been really, really good tonight. What am I saying? He's been elite. He's been amazing. That one, unfortunately, going to go against Davis here as it's a holding penalty. Under a minute to play. Again, one of the few stoppages of the clock here is when a penalty occurs. And so Davis will likely get another 2 plays off, I'd say, at the very least. Now pushed back to 1st and 20.
First and 20 coming up here for the Davis Starts. Looking at Region 6 teams and Region 6 play. Crimson Cliffs up 35-29 over the Brighton Bengals. Morgan up 14-13 against Bountiful. And then the Olympus Titans down 3-0 at the halftime against the Park City Miners. Here's Micaiah Bird, who makes up almost the entire length of what was needed for the first down. He'll be stopped 2 yards short.
Yeah. And for Micaiah, it's just padding the stats at this point. Yeah, put another penalty on. I'll get more yards. Got 5 the first time around, and Davis content to let the clock tick off here and get to the fourth quarter.
Orem with the 17-7 lead over the Springville Red Devils as we head to the end of the third, 52-14. We'll take the break. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action when we return here on the Rewind Sports Network. Want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network here as Micaiah Bird with the handoff up the middle. Bird will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Davis.
22 yards by Micaiah Bird. Works his way for a Davis Team Up Athletics touchdown.
Fitting finish for that drive as it was Micaiah Bird literally from start to finish. Puts the exclamation point on what was a really strong drive of possession football for the Davis Darts.
Jolly out for the PAT. Jolly, the kick is up. The kick is good. And with 11:34 left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Davis Starts add on more to their lead.
And shout out the Davis student section with a Luke Jolly cheer right now. Kickers need love. As I always mention on the broadcast, Gordy Chiesa taught me, hug your point guards. I say hug your kickers, hug your QBs. We've got a tough job.
That Davis Start touchdown brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Henry Walker Homes gets you in your home faster with communities in Davis and Salt Lake counties. They provide the custom look you want with the craftsmanship of an experienced builder. They work together with you to ease your concerns. It's like you're part of the family. With mortgage promotions, they can get you in your dream home today. Visit them online at henrywalkerhomes.com. All of Davis Start touchdowns here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Henry Walker Homes. Here comes Luke Jolly once more to boot this one away. As the ball will be going back to the Alta Hawks. Jolly takes a bounce right in front of the end zone as Fabrizio will bring it out for the return. Trevin Fabrizio brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive.
Trevin Fabrizio.
You know, Fabrizio, part of the local Fabrizio family, and if you know anything about that crew, it is speed. Showcased a little bit of it there, but just not enough blocking up front. Again, this Davis High football team has been excellent in all phases of the game. Coach Peary will do what a coach does, nitpick on the little things. I think inside he's got to be very, very proud with how his team performed tonight.
Pearson will take the snap. Pressure coming. Pearson loses the football and recovered by Cole. Could have been dangerous. Poked away from Danny Pearson, but the fumble recovered by his own guy.
Luke Dorius on the pressure as you're getting into the two deep now for Davis. Alta's going to go no huddle, but he had Evan Morton here in the flat, trying to pump, getting the defense to do anything. Avoid getting that defender cutting in front of that pass and taking it for 6, but Davis defense flies up, brings him down for the loss.
9:35 left to go here in the fourth. Pearson will take the snap. Handoff. And brought down. Good gain by, looks like that's
Number 5, Lucas.
Number 5.
Hagel.
Luke.
Carry tackle by Ben Dorius.
Lucas Pagel, who's in for the Alta Hawks.
Ben Dorius on the tackle again. Provided the pressure last time.
Third down coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Over the middle, caught by Bear Strong, but he'll be short of the first down gain.
Pearson complete to Bear Strong. Tackles by Abe Hill and Tyler Christensen.
8 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. Alta's going to go for this one here on fourth down, Alex. And honestly, I don't blame him. And this one's pretty well out of reach. Just try and get some more experience for your young sophomore quarterback. And we don't have an injury update on Jace Brown nor Tucker Brown. So you want to try and get him as many reps as possible.
Pearson gets it out to Morton, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs here for the Alta Hawks. And look, I think that's one of the positives that you can take away if you're an Alta fan and if you're on that Alta team. Despite a couple of miscues like the fumble we saw earlier from Pearson, Pearson's come in and he's looked pretty good in the passing game for the Alta Hawks. Gives you hope for that sophomore as he continues to develop.
Yeah, and the game plan was clearly to want to run the football, and that's the hard part about this Davis football team is that you're almost at the mercy of the coin toss, because if they get the ball first, they're going to score. It's really hard to stay on the game plan when they continue to rack up points the way that they do.
Traden Bessinger is out as Austin Denny comes into the game.
Not surprised.
Denny will fall on the missed snap.
New quarterback for the Darks, number 12, Austin Denny.
7:12 left to go here. Austin Denny, the senior, in at quarterback.
And for Denny, this is part of the reason why you stick around at Davis is the opportunity to get snaps late in games. This is a well-coached football team. They execute well.
A run up the middle will be met by a swarm of Alta Hawks, and it'll be a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up third down and long here with 6:28 left to go.
Ball handed off to Cameron Mason. Tackle by Liam Rowley.
Want to remind you that Alta football here on the Rewind Sports Network brought to you by Generous Auto. Get $2,000 more for your trade-in at Generous Auto. Check your vehicle's value at kbb.com. Then bring it into Generous Auto at the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy for $2,000 over KBB. Generous Auto, creating smiles for miles. Also brought to you by Southtown Mitsubishi. Do you know where to buy an SUV with a 100,000-mile warranty for less than $30,000? Southtown Mitsubishi in Sandy at the Southtown Auto Mall is the place to go. Shop now, UtahMeats.com. Alta football here on the Rewind Sports Network. Denny, handoff. This is a bounce out to the right and wrestled down. Good run by the Davis Starts offense on third down. It'll be short as number 87, Cameron Mason with a nice run.
The Darts are going to kick the field goal here. It looks like it's going to be a 46-yarder.
Luke Jolly coming out here for a big try. With 5:08 left to go. Jolly. The snap. The kick. It's up. And it's no good. It'll go out to the left. And it'll be a turnover here for the Davis Darts. Alta ball.
By Luke Jolly.
Yeah, had plenty of distance on that one, did Luke Jolly. It looked like he hit it pretty square, just drifted a little bit to the left on him, and this Alta Hawk offense will take over with Under 5 minutes to play here, Alex, and our night is about to be in the twilight.
For Alta, they will fall to 2-2 on the season here with this loss of the Davis Starts. We're talking about it earlier. Region 6 shaping up to be very good, very fun, and very competitive. So we hope that a guy like Tucker Brown is able to return sooner rather than later for Alta as they get geared up for region play coming up here soon. Evan Morton with a big sliding catch. Oh, how about that from Evan Morton?
Sliding catch complete by Evan Morton.
Yeah, I know Goonies never say die, but it seems like the same thing for this Alta Hawks wide receiver core that's still out there working, wanting to get yards. Wanting to extend this game as long as they can.
Denny Pearson with a big play. Big throw to Evan Morton. Now here, Pearson on first down. Line up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Pressure coming on the backside. And he's going to be sacked. Abe Hill in to make the play for the Davis Starts.
Sacked by Abe Hill on the blitz.
Great job by Hill coming off the edge, and just Pearson not feeling that backside pressure, not even looking for it. And again, I said this a lot on the broadcast, and there's just not really anything else, any better way I can describe it other than these are sophomores trying to learn the game. And for Danny Pearson, that's that lesson that may be a little more felt in the morning tomorrow than some of the others.
Pearson, empty backfield. Gets it out quick. It falls incomplete with 3:04 left to go.
Ball incomplete. Trevin Fabrizio, the closest receiver.
Tried to find Fabrizio out there, and just a little high for him to reel it in. And now third and very long, really, for this Alta Hawks offense. At this point, it's 2 down territory, under 3 minutes to play. That clock is ticking away.
Pearson will take the snap. Pressure coming. Gets it up over the middle, and it's intercepted, but the flag comes out. They had the interception. It hits the turf, but we do have flags.
Ball tipped and nearly intercepted.
I'd be curious to see what this is in terms of the call. I think it's going to be pass interference, which stops the clock. .25 left to go here in the fourth quarter as penalty being sorted out here. It'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Alta Hawks. Pearson will hand it off to Cole, and Cole will be stopped prior to stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, and not a lot of time taken off that clock as the play clock was winding down a little bit. A late substitution getting Bear Strong off. And at this point, if you're Alta, just get as many of your studs off the field as you can. Let some other guys get some work. 4th down here. They're going to go for it. We have under 1:30 to play here in this game, and it is been all Davis High football tonight.
Handoff, a run up the middle here on 4th down by Cole. We'll see where the spot is. He looked short, and it is short. A turnover on downs as Austin Denny and this offense return to the field.
And for the Hawks, just a little bit of a bitter ending to a really difficult night. Had some flashes early on. We're able to get a touchdown here in the second half. But it's been an impressive show by the Davis Darts tonight, and they will take a knee in what I like to call the internet's favorite formation, victory.
take the knee. And here with 24 seconds, we get the I Believe chants and players heading to midfield for the post-game high fives. Another game has gone final. Crimson Cliffs with a 35-29 win over the Brighton Bengals. Morgan with a 21-13 lead over Bountiful. And then Park City up 10-0 against Olympus. So our Region 6 scores around the state. The clocks hit double zeros in the final score here at Davis High School, 59-14 the final. The Davis Starts will improve to 3-1 on the season as the Alta Hawks fall to 2-2 on the year. A lot of impressive things and a lot of good performances out there, Brian, in this one, but who's impressed you the most?
It's hard to pick one individual player for this Davis Dart football team, but tonight it's got to be Johnny Parker. Multiple sacks. Had the fumble recovery that he returned for a touchdown. And by the second quarter, everybody knew his name. Great job by Johnny Parker for this Davis Dart defense.
Johnny Parker is your player of the game for the Davis Starts, and the player of the game brought to you by Oak Lane Advisors. Oak Lane Advisors help people grow and protect their financial assets based on a client's goals, risk appetite, and other factors. We customize portfolio strategies for continued success. We have a proven process and a team of knowledgeable professionals to ensure desired balance. Player of the game for the Davis Starts, brought to you by Oak Lane Advisors, and that's number 10, Johnny Parker. Real quick, Brian, your helmet sticker for the game was the incredible catch by Bear Strong. Talk to us about Bear Strong's performance tonight.
Yeah, he was as reliable as he could be tonight. Multiple occasions generating first downs for this Alta Hawks offense, and for an offense that just really had a hard time generating any kind of momentum. He was a winning player, making winning plays almost every single time that he touched the ball. There's never easy in a loss, but I think that was a pretty outstanding performance for Bear.
My Tab Bank helmet sticker will go to Jackson Itehau, who ends the night with a touchdown, as well as an electric big return near the end of the quarter, near the end of the half, to set up Davis for another big score. Those are your Tab Bank helmet stickers from me and Brian, plus your Oak Lane Advisors player of the game. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Tab Bank. The final score here, Davis 59 to the Alta Hawks is 14. From Alex Napolis, he's Brian Brown. From Tino on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night. We'll talk to you next week as we get ready to start Week 5 action here on the Rewind Sports Network.